sometimes I think of like really grim humor, and I don't want to be grim, but I imagine a caster coming in and coughing and then saying carrier has arrived, and yeah, I got a laugh out of Hawkeye. I'll take it.
In the top left or top right
Right,
because I don't
right,
know my
Hawkeye. Fucking
directions.
fucking directions, man. Come on, get in the
Hey,
game.
hey, hey! This is a PG rated stream. This is a
All right,
PG rated stream. You can berate me off stream as much as you
all
want,
right, all
but
right.
it is going to be the purple Protoss player
Uh,
from. Ah, dang it! I don't remember the team.
Cascade, Cascade is the plan.
Cascade. There we go.
There you go.
Cascade Gaming is strange.
I didn't know anything coming into it, but I'm learning. All right. And in the bottom left, see, that's how we do it. All right. We have very dominantly winning that last series, F sides JonSnow.
Is F side slang for flip side?
I think so. I'm gonna say F side. All right, it's your turn. I'll give it to you. Anyways.
So, PPZ on this map. Tell me about it. You're a Zerg player that recently got
Oh,
Grandmasters, so you should know a lot about how this map is played out
let's
in
not
the Zerg
let's
versus
not
Protoss.
let's not point attention to that. All the good players are playing Legacy. It doesn't mean much right now. But we something right away that we can talk about is how Jon Snow is sending out his Overlord. There's a couple things. So if you send it to the natural facing base, so like over here, which is where he's sending it, you know where to plant your third hatch if you're going for something like a 3 hatch pool, which is fairly common on these kind of maps. You aren't too likely to see a cannon rush, though it's always an option of Protosses. So by doing this Overlord Scout, you can always know where to put your 3 hatch, because if you say send it to the other base, it might not get in there in time for you to know where to plant that third hatch, whether it be here or here. But the trade-off is he's not going to be able to get in a guaranteed Overlord into his main, and he won't be able to, because as you can see, like how it's positioned out, when this Overlord gets over to the cross positions, it's only going to be on the cliff. So this is the first part, and now this had a point. We're leading to the first big part of Cactus Valley. It's a big map, and it's hard to scout your opponent, especially if they're cross positions. Which means, as much as you might think this could be conducive to macro play, you see a lot of cheese. There's so much space for proxies, so many places to hide a Stargate. We are almost guaranteed to see some kind of aggressive tactic out of strange that's tech-based as opposed to gateway-based, though you can still get away with a proxy pylon because of the nature of Protoss. There you go.
There's your big analysis drop
Yeah.
of this game, in
Now,
just in particular.
all right, a time. I'm giving you time to talk. Go.
But
Get a stop.
so Strange is gonna plant down his Nexus here, feeling pretty comfortable with that with this opener. So pretty common opener from our Protoss player to go ahead and drop that Nexus after the Cyber Core. So
Very
definitely being
nice.
safe, getting that Mothership Core so that it can defend from any link pressure that might come if there is any, and just feeling pretty comfortable in general in this series. So not gonna see too much his tech quite yet.
So we're going to talk about build order interaction. So we actually see John still got a very quick speed, fast speed, and he's not throwing down his third base yet, which is around when you want to time it. The idea being you want your third base done around when drones would start oversaturating your natural and main. But he's not doing that, which means he might commit to a ling wave soon enough as he's throwing down his third base. We can basically guarantee he's going to throw down a ling wave. On the other side of the map, we see only one gas out of Strange, which means we're almost 100% likely to see some very aggressive options coming in. And sure enough, 4 gateways are down for Strange. And there's this proxy pylon going down across the map here. Now we'll have to wait and see if he's going to throw down that second gas right after this first wave of Zealots hits, or when he gets the damage done that he wants, or if he's going to commit to a follow-up all-in and just massive gates and whatnot. Yeah, this is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, Jon Snow getting 10 lings, and he has speed already, so he's gonna start
Yes.
actually trying to scope
Wow.
out some of these pylons here.
The Zealots are already out, and it looks like this Ling Scout is going to come a bit late. And I almost am certain that these Zealots are going to get a cancel on this third. We're likely to see it go down, but the Zealot's kind of waffling back and forth. A little bit of indecision coming out of Strange. Very, very important in this situation to know what you want to do. That pylon will go down, so the probe is going to have to lay down 2 more, but I think these pylons will not finish, though the Zealots are getting some free range on the Lings right now. 1 pylon that can be sniped at any time. We're not seeing another probe come out, so this is pretty much it. Mothership Core doing some pretty good aggressive damage. A Roach Warren coming down for JonSnow. He knows he's in trouble. This is a lot of Zealots, Hawkeye.
Yeah, this is a very big commitment of Zealots coming down. So, especially with that 1 gas, we couldn't expect too much. But we do see that these Lings are going to try to get that surround on that pylon, but there's just so many Zealots, it's really hard to contend for that many Zerglings.
Enough Zealots that he can just leave behind 4 to protect this pylon. That's a terrible feeling as Zerg. The Roaches are going to be popping out now, but these Zealots are in the mineral line. The Time Warp goes down. This is a dangerous, dangerous position that Strange has put himself into. It looks like they're actually going to kill off all these Zealots. Another wave comes in, but I actually like JonSnow's position here. The Mothership Core went down, very sloppy out of Strange. The Zealots are not going to get this natural hatch. We should be seeing the gases come down for Strange immediately, and sure enough, there's a robotics facility. There's his follow-up. It's going to be a big Immortal all-in, most likely. Oh boy, Hawkeye. Oh boy.
Yeah, so a good defense on JonSnow. Pretty much forces him to cancel that 3rd base and just have a different timing. But it forces Roaches out, which I'm not quite sure if that was in the cards for JonSnow, but he is going to come up with these Lings here, so...
Well, it's like, there is going to be a 3rd base down pretty quickly for JonSnow. He'll probably just get a handful of workers onto there, and then he's likely going to just start producing units, because we really, really need just units upon units flooded for long periods of time to do
yeah. We're going to see that these Zealots are going to get taken out, and then we're going to see this pylon's actually going to go down. So force fields are starting to go down, but Roaches can continue to spit their green gooey out there, and that's actually going to create some openings, but the Immortal does pop out. So
I don't think Strange has to be worried. Like, he's a little bit supply blocked now, which is sloppy, but he has the Immortal out. JonSnow has to go home. But I like JonSnow's position. He defended very well. He saved his natural when his opponent committed to killing it, which was basically amounts to a huge donation. And from here, Hawkeye, I think we're probably going to see JonSnow stabilize quite easily. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think well, Strange is definitely starting to get that sentry count up. We do see that he is starting to get that energy going, so, and just kind of starting to push away some of these Lings that are lingering here. But JonSnow getting that Warp Prism, and I have a feeling he's going to prepare to go for that big push that you were describing earlier.
This is intimidating, no doubt. Looks like JonSnow being active with these Lings, trying to see if he can force a run by. Very good to do as a Zerg player in these positions. You want to force these warp-ins at home, because these sentries will not be a part of the big cataclysmic fight that will soon take place.
Yeah, but we do see that JonSnow going for Hydras. So starting to make some of those Hydras in, getting that +1 range attack and the +1 groove spines for getting Hydra range as well. So this is a good pickoff by JonSnow, getting that probe. So not going to be able to get a proxy pylon closer.
We don't need to like mystify it. There are a lot of force fields here, but with this pylon being continuously denied, there is no tech advantage right now for Strange. The longer this goes on, the worse it becomes for him. More Hydras will pop, and I don't think Immortals are very good versus Hydras. They hold their own, but they can't quite close it out.
Yeah, that Hydra DPS just makes them very formidable. And this Gateway unit is just going to have to go back home.
Waddle.
But they are pushing forward here, so actually this could be a really big surround. Lings are going to go ahead and take care of this pylon, and they're going to run and actually get a surround here really quickly. So sentries are in a bad position, and
I'm surprised there's no recall. There needs to be a recall now. Wait, he needs to get out, yeah. Because that was not a fight he wanted to stick around for any longer. He cannot take a 3rd base yet, and JonSnow now... This is the difference between then and before. JonSnow was aggressive before, but now he can actually push with this army, with its destructive capabilities. Gonna get Hydra speed soon, so once that finishes, this push is gonna be here. And I don't think there's going to be a Colossi out, so the tech advantage is going to be in JonSnow's favor a while longer. Oh boy, Hawkeye. Oh boy.
Yeah, we do see that Photon Overcharge is activated right now, so it's going to go ahead and provide a little bit of defense as getting a Colossus out and maybe some other units, but I'm going to lose some sentries in the
Oh,
process there,
definitely
too.
don't want to let those sentries get sniped. That's quite a big deal. One Colossi out now. One Colossi is not enough too much to push this back. It's not like a big thing for the to complain
Yeah.
about. It's really two Colossi when like you get really afraid. And Photon Overcharge is gone. So that means that Strange is going to have to stabilize here and stall for the second Colossus and not take critical damage, when JonSnow pretty much has the exact army he needs to just flat out win this game.
Yeah, Mothership Core is going to go down, and the Robo actually gets depowered, so no second Colossus is going to come out, and we're going to see a little bit of Micro back, but this is just too many Hydras, so these Stalkers and Immortals are going to go down pretty easily, and now this Colossus is going down, so GG, JonSnow takes it.
You know, it was a good try for Strange. He did cancel that third, but JonSnow took the third late, almost as if he was expecting something along the lines of. I would say that was actually a very good read out of JonSnow. He anticipated that